हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, स्वागत है आपका LWS जूनियर की लाइव क्लास में। मैं हूं आपका मैथमेटिक्स मेंटोर। लेके आया हूं आपके लिए एक मॉक टेस्ट, जैसा कि हमारा फॉर्मेट रहता है लाइव सीरीज में। आपको पता होगा हम लाइव सीरीज चला रहे हैं स्पेशली फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स हु वांट टू अपीयर इन द अपकमिंग सैनिक स्कूल एग्जाम विच इज गोइंग टू बी कंडक्टेड ऑन 5th of April। सो ये लाइव सीरीज आपकी बहुत मदद करने वाली है। अगर आप भी एक एस्पिरेंट है, आप एक सीरियस कैंडिडेट हैं ऑल इंडिया सैनिक स्कूल एंट्रेंस एग्जाम 2025 के लिए। आपकी हाई डिमांड पर ये लाइव सीरीज, जैसा कि आप जानते हैं, आज इस लाइव सीरीज का 8th मॉक टेस्ट है। 7 मॉक टेस्ट हम आपको करा चुके हैं। अगर आप चैनल पे नए हैं तो आप जाकर उन साथ के साथ मॉक टेस्ट को कर सकते हैं एक बार देख के, या आप लेक्चर देख सकते हैं हमारा, जहाँ पे अलग अलग कॉन्सेप्ट हमने आपको रिवाइज कराए हैं। न सिर्फ हम आपको क्वेश्चंस कराते हैं, हम उनसे जुड़े टॉपिक्स भी आपको बताते रहते हैं, फैक्ट्स बताते रहते हैं, जो आपके एग्जाम में काफी इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाते हैं आपके लिए। चलिए शुरू करते हैं आज की लाइव क्लास, जो कि होने वाली है 8th लाइव क्लास हमारी। जैसा कि आप जानते हैं, LWS एक प्लेटफॉर्म है जिसमें हम RIMC, RMS और सैनिक स्कूल से रिलेटेड एंट्रेंस एग्जाम्स की प्रिपरेशन कराते हैं। तो आप चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हैं, सेशन को शेयर कर सकते हैं, लाइक कर सकते हैं। लेट्स बिगिन विद टुडेज क्लास। क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 ऑन योर स्क्रीन। क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड टू एक्सपोनेंट्स एंड पार्ट्स। आमतौर पे स्टार्टिंग के 2 या 3 चैप्टर्स में से कई बुक्स में ये पार्ट फॉर्म करता है नंबर सिस्टम का। अगर एक यूनिट बताएं तो नंबर सिस्टम की यूनिट से ये क्वेश्चन हम उसमें डाल सकते हैं। वी कैन इंक्लूड दिस चैप्टर इन द यूनिट ऑफ नंबर सिस्टम, यानी कि अरिथमेटिक अगर हम होल कहें तो अरिथमेटिक का पार्ट है। इस बेसिक टिपिकल इस क्वेश्चन में आपको कह रहा है कि आप सॉल्व फॉर एक्स के लिए सॉल्व कीजिए, यानी कि आप एक्स का वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करिए इक्वेशन को देख के। और जब भी आपके पास ऐसा क्वेश्चन आता है, जब आपके पास एक्सपोनेंशियल फंक्शंस हो और आपको बोला जाए कि एक्स की वैल्यू निकालो, तो आप कोशिश करेंगे लेफ्ट हैंड साइड और राइट हैंड साइड दोनों में एक बेस बनाने की, और दूसरी कंडीशन वो बेस इक्वल होने चाहिए। ये दोनों कंडीशंस आप याद रखेंगे, आपका क्वेश्चन मलाई की तरह हो जाएगा, लड्डू की तरह फेंका हुआ क्वेश्चन आपको लगेगा ही। तो सबसे पहले हम क्या करेंगे, 4 टू पावर x माइनस 1 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 0.5 होल पावर 3 माइनस 2x इज इक्वल टू 1/8 होल पावर x। अब सबसे पहले सवाल को समझेंगे कि बेसिक जो स्मॉलेस्ट नंबर है जिसकी पावर में मैं लिख सकता हूं वो कौन सा होने वाला है। So 4 can be written in 2 to power. 4 can be written as 2 to power 2. So let's write 2 to power 2 here, और power है साथ में x minus 1. In this way you can write. Now multiplied by 0.5. How 0.5 can be written in powers of 2? It can be written 1/2 and then 3 minus 2x whole power. Similarly 1/8 can be written 1/2 to power 3 whole power x. So this is the format of the first step which we are going to take to solve this question. Now moving ahead, this 2 to power 2 into x minus 1. We know the law of exponent which says if you have a to power m whole power n, then both the powers m into n can be multiplied together, which means we have to find the product. So 2 to power 2x minus 2. Product of 2 and x minus 1 will be 2x minus 2. Multiplied by 1/2 can be written as 2 to power minus 1. Why? Because we know law of exponent, which is a to power m is always 1 upon a to power minus m. Simply put, this law states that if you have to make power negative, then you will take the reciprocal. Reciprocal will make the power negative. So 1/2 reciprocal is 2, but we cannot simply write 2, so we will write 2 to power minus 1. 1/2 can also be written as, friends, 2 to power minus 1, and whole to power is here 3 minus 2x. Similarly 1/2 to power 3 can be written as 2 to power minus 3, and this is whole power x. Now what we have to do is we have to first multiply this minus sign with this power. So this power becomes 2 into minus 3 plus 2x. This is the power, friends. And this power becomes 2 to power minus 3x. Now the second condition has been achieved. What was the second condition which I told you in this session? It was that base on the both sides of equal to sign should be equal. Bases should be equal. Now the first condition was that there should be one base. Only one base should be there. But we have two bases here. So with the help of this law, we will combine both the bases together. The law states that if two numbers are multiplied and they have the same base, then powers can be simply added. So let's add the powers here. 2 to power 2x minus 2 plus minus 3 plus 2x. This is the result of equal sign. We have 2 to power minus 3x. So let us calculate this. 2x plus 2x is always 4x. So 2 to power 4x, and minus 2 minus 3 is always minus 5. So we may write 2 to power 4x minus 5 is equal to 2 to power minus 3x. Now whenever we have a situation like this, that there are two numbers on the right hand side and left hand side of equal to sign, and both of them have the same base, then simply their powers can be equated. We can equate the power, students. So equating the powers, we will get 4x minus 5 is equal to minus 3x. Transposing minus 3x to left hand side, it becomes 4x plus 3x, which is equal to 7x and equal to 5. So x becomes 5 over 7. X is equal to 5 over 7, which means option C is going to be the correct option. Option C is going to be the correct option, friends. Approaching the question in this way, you can simply solve all types of questions which are matching with this type. You must have done this type of questions before if you have studied exponents and powers in your school or anywhere else. If you have studied in previous classes or in this class only in class 8th, I am supposing that if you are going to appear for AISEE 2025, which is going to be conducted on 5th of April, then you must be studying in class 8th. So you must have done this type of questions, and you will be able to do such type of questions if you go step by step. First of all, make the two bases same on right hand side and left hand side of equal to. Try to combine the bases, and then equate the powers. Just equate the powers. So this is going to be the formula, the step by step guide for solving such type of questions. I hope you all have understood. Now moving to the next question, which is going to be question number 2 of this live session. Factors of 32 minus 2 x minus 4 whole square are. The question demands you to find the factors of the given expression, which means first of all you will have to factorize this, then see what are the factors of this expression. So to factorize, we will proceed in the following step. First of all, there are two expressions here. There are two terms here. Why I am saying two terms here? Because there is a minus sign here. So these two are unlike terms. So whenever there are two unlike terms given to you, first of all, find out the common factor. If you can find, if there is a common factor, please take the common factor out. So 32 and 2 both are divisible by 2. This means 2 can be taken out of the bracket, and here we will write 16 minus x minus 4 whole square. Now this is a creamy question, easy peasy question. Whenever you see such type of situation in the exam, whenever this term is a square and this term is also a square, or this term can be expressed as in the form of a square, you just put it in the form of a square and then use a square minus b square. So we may write 2 4 square minus x minus 4 whole square. So in this way, what we have done is we have expressed 16 as the power of 4. 4 square is 16. Now we may use a square minus b square is equal to a plus b, a minus b. We may use this formula to factorize this expression inside the bracket. So what we can write? We can write is 4 plus x minus 4 multiplied by 4 minus x minus 4. This will be the method of factorizing a plus b multiplied by a minus b. And remember, you will have to recognize which is a and which is b, which is easy if you have practice. So 4 plus x minus 4. 4 and minus 4 will be cancelled here. So what remains is x. X remains here. So we need not write the bracket here. Only one bracket is suffice. Second, 4 plus, minus will become plus. Students, minus will become plus. 4 plus 4 is 8. So it will be 8 minus x. So if we multiply now 2 into x, it becomes 2x multiplied by 8 minus x. So 2x multiplied by 8 minus x, which means that the factors of this expression are 2. 2 is a different factor. X is also a different factor. And 8 minus x is also a different factor. So this given expression has 3 factors. Remember, they can also ask you, they can give you an expression, an algebraic expression, and ask how many factors does this expression have. So you will proceed in the similar way. But now in this question, they are asking what are the factors. So the factors are 2x and 8 minus x. So 2x, they have written 2x combinedly. So there's no effect on the answer. 2x, you can combine 2 into x as 2x. Why? Because if suppose we have a square b square, and a is a factor of a square b square, and b is also a factor of a square b square, then a into b is ab. So ab will also be factor of a square b square. So similarly, 2x will also be a factor of the given expression, and 8 minus x will also be a factor of the given expression. So in accordance with our solution, option B is the correct option. 2x and 8 minus x are the factors of the given expression. I hope you have understood. I am going in a slow pace so that you can easily understand, grasp the concept, and apply whenever needed in your examination. So this is the method of attempting such type of questions. Remember, factorization will contain at least 2 to 3 questions in your exam, which means 8 to 12 marks. Maybe more also, but to minimize, I am saying 8 to 12 marks only. Minimum 8 to 12 marks, which means 2 to 3 questions. Question number 3, algebra. This question is taken from algebra unit of class 8th. It says a minus b equals to 6 and ab equals to 16. The value of a plus b is slightly different type. A minus b has been given here. A minus b has been given here 6 and ab is given here 16. You have to find a plus b. So first of all, you might think that this is a typical and different type of question, but mind you, this is not difficult at all. If I am asked to put this question on a scale of 0 to 10 difficulty level, I will place this question on a difficulty level of not more than 7. Yes, you are right, not more than 7. So this is an difficult, not average, higher than average, but not difficult type of question. So how will you proceed to solve? How will you proceed to solve? You might simply substitute the value of A or B from first equation to the second equation. This is the technique of substitution which we use often in solving a linear equation of two variables and otherwise also. So let us substitute the value of A from first equation. So the value of A which we get will be B plus 6. Transposing minus B to the right hand side, we will get A equals to B plus 6. So now substituting the same value in equation 2. So in place of A, we will write B plus 6, then B is equal to 16. So we can write B square plus 6B is equal to 16. B square plus 6B minus 16 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation. Students, what is a quadratic equation? It is an equation where the value, the maximum power of the variable is 2, which also can be stated as the degree of the equation is 2. How do we solve such type of equations? We split the middle term. Splitting the middle term. We have also studied this in factorization where we just split the middle term. So what is the middle term here? The middle term is 6b. And how do we split the middle term? So that the product of the two terms is minus 16 and the sum is again 6. So we may write 6b can be written as 8b minus 2b, and also 8 into minus 2 is minus 16. So congratulations, we have factorized, we have split the middle term into two factors such that the sum is again 6 and the product is minus 16. Now if we take common factor by grouping, what do we get? We get minus 2 b plus 8, and b plus 8 is again a common factor. So b plus 8, b minus 2 is equal to 0. Now remember, whenever two numbers or two expressions are giving the result 0 by multiplying, this means either of them can be 0. So we will first put the first b plus 8 equals to 0 and we get b equals to minus 8. Then we put b minus 2 equals to 0 and we get b equals to 2. So we have two options here, b equals to minus 8 and b equals to 2. Since the options are all positive here, we will regard the positive value of b. So regarding the positive value of b, now we will find a. Why? Because the question demands us to find the value of a plus b and not a or b alone. So substituting this value in equation 1, we have a minus b equals to 6. B's value is 2, so 6, and a is equal to 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. So a is equal to 8 and b is equal to 2. So a plus b will be 8 plus 2, that is nothing but 10, and option C will be our correct option. Straight away 4 marks for this answer you will get. So I hope you are enjoying the session. Do share this class with your friends who are also going to appear in the exam of Sainik School 5th of April. Moving on to our next question. Compound interest. Yes. Compound interest question. I hope you like the topic compound interest. Please write in the comment section yes if you like the topic compound interest. So at what rate percent per annum? The first 4 to 5 words of the question here, you will know after reading that they are asking you to find rate. So rate has not been given here. At what rate percent per annum compound interest will rupees 5,000 amount to rupees 5832 in 2 years? So time has been given to you in 2 years, and since they are not mentioning whether the interest has been compounded annually or semi-annually, so you will take it as annually. So n equals to 2 years and principal is equal to rupees 5,000 and the amount is being given here rupees 5832. So whenever this kind of situation arises in your exam, you have been given everything but the rate. You will simply, this is a simple formula based question, nothing else. Simple formula based question. The question is just checking your knowledge of shifting the terms and calculation. Two things, just shifting the terms, whether you can put the right values in the formula, you can shift them, and calculation. So amount here is 5832 is equal to principal. Principal is 5,000. 1 plus rate we have not been given and time is 2 years. So in this type of question, I will give you one advice. Just move this 5,000 from right to left side. So this equation will become 5832 over 5,000 is equals to 1 plus r over 100 whole square. Now just do one thing. Try to simplify this 5832 over 5,000. How? Find the common factor. Since 5,000 has two zeros in the end, so it will always be divisible by 4. By divisibility rules, you know this. And 5832 has 32 in the unit and tens place. 32 is divisible by 4. This 32 is divisible by 4. So both of them are divisible by 4. So let's divide them by 4. 4 into 14 is 56, 2 remains, 4 into 5 is 20, and then 4 into 8 is 32. Similarly here 4 into 125 is 500 and 0. Now what you can do is, again you can simplify by dividing by 2. So 2 into 7 is 14 and 2 into 29 is 58 and 2 into 6 is 12 and 2 into 25 is 50. So this becomes 729 by 625. And our purpose of dividing has been achieved. Why? Because here we are getting square. We have written square here. Why? Because n equals to 2. So here also we want to make square. What is the square root of 729? First of all, the question arises whether 729 is a perfect square. Yes, it is the square of 27, and 625 is also the square of 25. So both of these numbers are perfect squares. So we may write 27 over 25 whole square is equal to 1 plus r over 100 whole square. So in this way, we can just cancel this 2 and this becomes a simple equation which we are habitual of solving. So 27 by 25 minus 1 is equals to r over 100. This is a simple equation, and what we have achieved here by shifting this 5,000, we have achieved a lot. We have just saved our 30 to 40 seconds. Why 30 to 40 seconds have been saved? Because in doing so the calculation becomes easy. We have just simplified and there is a square we have achieved, so square cancelled. Otherwise you might take a little time. So 27 minus 25 is 2 divided by 25, and this 100 moves here into 100 is equal to r. 25 into 4 is 100 and 2 into 4 is 8. So r is going to be 8% per annum. Let us just quickly check out the options. 8% is there in option number B. Option number B is 8. So in this way, this was as I already stated, this was a normal question. You just have not been given here rate. So just shift the terms wherever required. Moving on to the next question, shall we? Okay, shall we move to the next question? Again, a question from exponents and powers, which says 2 to power 3 bracket 11 to power 0 plus 3 to power 2m is equal to 8 whole number 8 over 27. The number on the right hand side is in mixed fraction. So first of all, convert it into improper one. So 27 multiplied by 8, 216. 216 plus 8 is 224 divided by 27 is equal to 2 to power 3 can be written, friends, 8, 11 to power 0. Remember, any number to power 0 is equal to 1. Just remember that 0 to power 0 is not equal to 1. Why it is not equal to 1? You are going to study in higher standards. 11 to power 0 is 1 plus 3 to power 2m. So you can just simplify this 8 from this. 8 into 2 is 16 and 8 into 8 is 64, 28 over 27. So 1 plus 3 to power 2m is equal to 28 over 27. Now the next step shall be transposing plus 1 to the right hand side, after which we get 1 over 27. Now what shall we do? We have 3 base on the left hand side. So consequently, we shall also make the base to be 3 on the right hand side, for which we can write 27 to be 3 to power 3, and then we can write 3 to power minus 3. Why? Because I have already told you in this session that a to power minus m is equal to 1 over a to power m. A to power minus m is equal to 1 over a to power m. So using the same rule, you may write 3 to power minus 3 and you get m is equal to minus 3. So this was 3 to power 2m. This was 3 to power 2m. So whenever in an equation the bases are same on the two sides, you can just equate the powers. We have already done a question on this, which was if I am right, question number 1 of this live session. So you can just equate 2m and minus 3. So 2m is equal to minus 3. So m is equal to minus 3 over 2. This is going to be your correct option. Just don't confuse yourself. B and D look alike, but they are different. Option D is going to be your correct option. Minus 3 over 2. Minus 3 over 2 is going to be the correct option for this particular question. So the question was not difficult at all. You just had to first convert into improper fraction. Then you should remember that 11 to power 0 is 1. So checking two types of knowledges of yours. First, can you convert from mixed to improper? Then do you know whether 11 to power 0 is 1? And then can you equate the powers? This is the important step here. Can you convert 1 over 27 to powers of 3? If you can do so, you will easily pass through this question. Easily pass through. Question number 6. Question number 6. Welcome question number 6, because this is mensuration, first question of mensuration today. So you should welcome it by showering flowers on it. Find the length of the diagonal of a square of side 15. First of all, how to find, and then we will simply write a formula for this. You don't have to go through the entire process in your examination, just write the formula. So how do we reach at the formula? We know that the vertices, angle at the vertices of a square is 90 degree. So if you construct the diagonal of a square and this is side, I am writing it as A. So using Pythagoras theorem, you will get diagonal square is equal to A square plus A square. How did we reach to this? By using Pythagoras theorem. Remember, this is a right angled triangle. So d square becomes 2a square plus a square is 2a square. Taking under root both sides, is becomes a root 2. So diagonal is equal to a root 2. So remember, whenever you are asked to find a diagonal in your exam of a square, it is always diagonal is equal to a root 2, which where a is the side. So side is equal to 15. So diagonal we can write 15 root 2. Now options. Okay. So the examiner wants to check whether you can rephrase, whether you can re-express this 15 root 2 in terms of square root. In terms of square root. So what you should do, just square. This is the short trick. Just square this. So you get 15 square is 225 and root 2 square is, students, root 2 square is 2. Root 2 square is 2. So 225 into 2, this is equal to 450. Can you see 450 in the options? Yes, 450 is already in the options. So just put, so just circle in the OMR sheet root 50. Why circle in the OMR sheet? Because you will have an offline exam. So root 50, option number B, root 50 centimeter is going to be the length of the diagonal. Whenever, remember, whenever you have something in the form of a rational number and you are required to express it in the form of a under root, just square the given number and then put under root over there. For example, if you have 5 root 2 and you want to express it in the form of a root, so just square. 5 square is 25, root 2 square is 2, 25 into 2 is 50, and just write 2 over here. So root 50 is equivalent to 5 root 2. Both of these are same thing. So you have learned a new concept. I hope you knew it, but as far as the live session is concerned, this is the first time I am telling you in these 8 live sessions. So moving on to the next question, which is going to be question number 7. Question number 7, geometry. Question number 7 is from geometry, friends. A right triangle has the hypotenuse of length p centimeter and one side of length q centimeter. So just construct a right triangle. This is a right triangle. We have 90 degree over here. A right triangle has hypotenuse of length p. So this is the hypotenuse. The side opposite to 90 degree is always the hypotenuse. Its length is p and one side of length q. One side. So we may suppose this side to be of length q. If p minus q equals to 1, remember this condition which has been given here. This is extra condition. So find the length of the third side in terms of q. You have to find the length of this side in terms of q. Means if you find the length of this side, the expression should not contain p. You have to eliminate p. And for eliminating p, you have been given here p minus q equals to 1. So when you study this question, when you read this question, you should put in your mind why this extra condition has been given here. This will be used now or then, will be used. So if we use Pythagoras theorem, let us assume this side to be x. So using Pythagoras theorem, we may write h square is equal to p square plus b square. H here is p, perpendicular is, let's suppose, x, and base is q. So x square is equal to p square minus q square. This is the simple. Simply put, x square can be written as p square minus q square. But the options are not in the form of p. So you have to eliminate p. You have to eliminate p. So first of all, why not, students, why not write this in the form of a square minus b square equal to a plus b, a minus b. So we may write p plus q multiplied by p minus q is equal to x square. So we know p minus q equals to 1. So this becomes 1 and this is p plus q is equal to x square. So x can be written as under the root p plus q. Now the value of p can be calculated from here. P is equal to q plus 1. Just substitute this value over here. Q plus 1 plus q is equal to x. So you will get x is equal to under root 2q plus 1. Good question this was. Extremely good question. Not a bookish type of question. A new type of question which we have attempted here. Question number 7. So our option is x is equal to under the root 2q plus 1. Let's see whether this is in the option. This is the option D. Yes, option D, under the root 2q plus 1 is going to be the third side of this triangle which has hypotenuse equal to p and one side equal to q centimeter. So remember, this was the master step here. This was the master step here of breaking p square minus q square into p plus q into p minus q. P square minus q square can be written as p plus q, p minus q. So this step just made our life easier. All right, can we move to the next question? The next question. ABCD is a rhombus. I hope you are familiar with the word rhombus. Rhombus is a type of quadrilateral in which diagonals are not equal. Diagonals bisect each other at right angles and all the sides are equal. So ABCD is a rhombus in which angle DAB is 110 degree. Let us construct a rhombus ABCD. ABCD is a rhombus in which angle DAB is 110 degrees. So DAB is also 110 degree. The measure of BDC is, we want to find the measure of BDC. So let us first of all join BD and now we have to find the measure of BDC. Remember, rhombus is also a parallelogram and in parallelogram opposite angles are equal. So opposite angles will be 110 and 110 here. So 110 will be angle C. Now in triangle BCD, BC equal to CD. Yes, BC equal to CD. Why? Why, students? Because in a rhombus sides are equal. So this side is equal to this side. So which means that triangle BCD is an isosceles triangle, and in an isosceles triangle two angles are equal. So two angles will be the angle opposite to this side, the angle opposite to CD. CD is B and the angle opposite to BC is D. So let us take both of them to be X. Now applying angle sum property of triangle, applying angle sum property of triangle in triangle BCD, we get 2x is equal to 180 minus 110. So 2x is equal to 70. So x equals to 35 degree. And x is our angle BCD, 35 degree, option number D. 35 degree, option number D. As far as properties of quadrilateral are concerned, they can be divided into 5 parts. Quadrilaterals you have to study in 5 parts: square, rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus and trapezium. If you know these 5 quadrilaterals thoroughly, you will not have difficulty in solving their questions in exam. Just remember, first of all, study the properties and then attempt 10 to 12 questions from these. So this was an easy question, but remember, if you do not know that the opposite angles will be equal or the sides of a rhombus are equal, you are not going to solve it, or you are a master at guesswork, which means going to be a difficult task at guesswork. You have a 25% chances of attempting the right option, only 25% chances. Now moving to the next question. Let's see what question number 9 has to teach us. What question number 9 wants to teach us? The radius of a circle is 6 centimeter and the length of its one chord is 6 centimeter. So let us draw a circle. This is a circle and its radius is being given here 6 centimeter. So radius is the distance of center to the circumference of the circle. Circumference is obviously, of course, the boundary of the circle. So the radius of a circle is 6 centimeter, which means any line joining this center to the circumference will be 6 centimeter, and the length of its one chord is 6 centimeter. So let us draw a chord. Its length is 6 centimeter. Find the distance of the chord from the center of the circle. You have to find its distance from the center of the circle. Let me make it again. Just bear with me. Okay. So this distance we have to find. Let us assume this distance to be A. Now remember, if we join point O to the circumference, this will be nothing but the radius. And radius has been given to us to be 6 centimeters. So let us write this to be 6 centimeter. Let us write this to be 6 centimeter, friends. 6 centimeter. If we want, we can give it name. The triangle can be named as OAB. And remember, this will be the perpendicular. Why? Whenever distance is asked, you will always assume that it is the perpendicular distance. So this is perpendicular. And remember, whenever there is a perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to a chord, the chord gets bisected at the point. So this chord has been bisected by this perpendicular. So the chord is 6 centimeter of length. After bisection, the part AB is just 3 centimeter. So using Pythagoras theorem, you may write hypotenuse square is equal to P square plus B square. Hypotenuse is 6 here, so 6 square is equal to P square. P's are A plus B square, which is 3 square. So 6 square minus 3 square is equal to A square. 36 minus 9 is equal to A square. 27 is equal to A square. Now factorizing 27, we get 3 into 9 is 27, 3 into 3 is 9, and 3 into 1 is 3. So these two threes make pair. So A will be 3 root 3 centimeter, which means the distance of the circle from the chord is going to be 3 root 3 centimeter. 3 root 3 centimeter. 3 root 3 centimeter. Option number C is going to be the correct option. Option number B. So students, I am hoping you are grasping the concept in this live class. I am trying to keep the pace of the lecture slow so that even average students can easily do the solutions with me in the live class. And this is all what is the purpose of a live class is all about. Solving the solution right away in the live class with the educator itself. Moving on to the next question. The marks obtained by 10 students in a test are being given here. Find the mean marks of the students if 6 extra marks are given to each student. 6 extra marks have been given to each student. So a simple student will do in this way. He or she will add 6, 6, 6, 6, 6 over here, and then will add all the observations, then divided by the number of observations, which is equal to 10. But after this live class, you can solve it in the following way. How? I am telling you, whenever in an average, every quantity gets increased by number x, the average also gets increased by the same number x. And same also applies for subtraction, multiplication, as well as division. For example, the average here of a particular data is 6. Now, if every observation is multiplied by 2, what is the new average? It is also multiplied by 2. So 6 multiplied by 2 is 12. So 12 is the new answer. So what we will do here, we will simply find the average, and then after finding the average, we will add 6 to it, which will give to us the correct answer. So first of all, just find the average. What is the formula for average, students? It is sum of observations divided by the number of observations. So sum of observations, let's sum the observations: 60, 72, 70, 64, 56, 52, 71, 54, 62 and 59. Let's quickly check: 60, 72, 70, 64, 56, 52, 71, 54, 62 and 59. Now let's quickly add this. 9 plus 2, 11, 11 plus 4, 15, plus 1, 16, plus 2, 18, plus 6, 24, plus 4, 28, plus 2, 30. 5 plus 6 is 11, 11 plus 5, 16, plus 7, 23, plus 5, 28, plus 5, 33, plus 6, 39, plus 7, 46, plus 7, 53, plus 6, 59, and plus 3, 62. So 620 is going to be the sum, and 620 divided by 10 is going to be 62. So this is the old average. Now if 6 extra marks are given to each student, so average also increases by 6, which is 68. So no need to add 6 to every observation. Just remember, if every observation is added by 6, the average also gets increased by 6. So 68, option number A is going to be the correct option for this particular question. Option number A. Just add the observations, find the average, formula sum divided by number, and then increase. Similarly, had the question been if 6 extra marks are deducted, had the question been are deducted from each student, so your answer would have been 62 minus 6, which is 56. So remember, 56 would have been your answer if the question demanded deducted. Now simply if the question says marks of each student is multiplied by 1.1, so similarly you will do the average will be 62 into 1.1. And if the question says the marks of each student have been divided by 2, only half marks have been awarded, so your average will be old average divided by 2. Next question, question number 11. Find the perimeter of an equilateral triangle whose area is 25 root 3 meter square. So you have been given an equilateral triangle whose area is 25 root 3 meter square, and you have to find the perimeter. This is an easy question. I hope you are habitual of solving this type of questions very easily. So what is the formula for area of an equilateral triangle? it is root 3 by 4 into side square, and area has been given 25 root 3. So root 3 straight away cancelled. Side square is equal to 25 into 4 is 100, and side is equal to 10 centimeter. So you straight away get side equals to 10 centimeter. Now the next step, you have to find the perimeter. So what is the perimeter? For an equilateral triangle, the perimeter is 3 multiplied by side. So 3 into 10 is 30 centimeter. I am sorry, it was meter here. So you will write 3 into 10 meter. 3 into 10 meter, 30 meter. Option number D. 3 into 10 meter, 30 meter. Option number D is going to be the correct option for this question number 11 of today's live class. Now we will jump to the question number 12, which is, as we are familiar with, is going to be the last question of today's live class. In every live class, we give you at least 12 questions. So 12 is the number of questions which we do daily in our live class, Monday to Saturday. Next, we will meet on Monday again, after the day after tomorrow. So question number 12, the base of an isosceles triangle is 24 centimeter. You have been given the base of an isosceles triangle is 24 centimeter. So first of all, can you tell what is the base of an isosceles triangle? The base of an isosceles triangle is the side which is opposite to the side which is not equal. Remember, in an isosceles triangle, we have two sides equal, but in a triangle, we have three sides. So the third side, which is not equal to the both of the sides, is the base of the triangle. So let us suppose these two are the equal sides of an isosceles triangle. So BC will be the base. The unequal side of a triangle is the base of isosceles triangle, and its area is 192 centimeter square. The area is 192 centimeter square. Find its perimeter. So to find the perimeter, we just have to calculate the value of the two equal sides. So what we do is we just draw perpendicular from A to the base. We just draw perpendicular to the base from the opposite vertex. The vertex opposite to the base here is A. A is the opposite vertex of base A. So we draw perpendicular. Perpendicular can also be termed as height. So area of this triangle will be half into base into height. Now if we take the total base from B to C, we will find the area of the whole triangle in one attempt. So half multiplied by base, and the base here is x. Let us suppose the base to be x, and height, we need not suppose the base to be x. Why? Because it has been given here to be 24. So 24 into height is equal to area. Area equals to 192. So height is equal to 192 divided by 12. So height equals to 16 centimeter. This is our height. 16 centimeter is going to be the height. Now just draw this part of the figure. This part. Just draw this part of the figure, ABD. So this is ABD, and this is 90 here. Why? Because this is the AD is the altitude. So this will be hypotenuse. Let us suppose this to be perpendicular and this to be base. So using Pythagoras theorem, we may write this is suppose this is x. So hypotenuse is equal to x. So x square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Now, one theorem you might have studied in isosceles triangle. What is the theorem? The theorem states that the perpendicular drawn from opposite vertex to the base of an isosceles triangle divides the base into two equal parts. So, the base gets divided by this perpendicular AD into two equal parts, and 24 into two equal parts means one equal part is equal to 12. So, let us write 12 here. So it will be 12 square plus perpendicular square, and height is equal to 16, which we had calculated here. So 16. So x square will be 12 square is 144, 16 square is 256. So x square will be equal to 400, and 400 is the square root of 20. It is a perfect square. So 400 square root is 20. So this means this side is 20, this side is 20. Now can we find the perimeter? Can we find the perimeter if we know both the sides of isosceles triangle as well as the base? Yes, we can obviously do so. How? This is 20, this is 20. So 20 plus 20 is 40, and the base. Base has been given to us 24. So 20 plus 20 is 40, and 40 plus 24 is 64. So 64 will be our answer. Perimeter. 64 centimeter, students. 64 centimeter. So we learned three things in this type of question. First, what is the base of an isosceles triangle? The base of the isosceles triangle is the third side, which is the unequal side of the remaining two. Second, how do we find the area? We can just write half base into height, the same formula which is true for a right angle triangle, but in place of base we will write the whole base from B to C. You can also find it by bisecting the triangle into two parts and then adding the two areas. But why to do so when it becomes lengthy? So just simply put the value of base to be the complete base from B to C. The third thing which we studied here is whenever there is a perpendicular drawn from the opposite vertex to the base of a triangle, it divides the base into two equal parts. So this was the concept here. And then we simply put values wherever required, and our perimeter is 64 centimeter. So in this way we have attempted this beautiful question. Which marks the end of our live session here. I hope you have enjoyed the session. Please share the session with your friends, your classmates also, so that they can also benefit from our live session. And don't forget to subscribe our channel LWS Junior. You can also write in the comments if you need any further assistance for your exam, which is going to be on 5th of April. Thank you.